Hello beautiful people from all around the world. Welcome to my channel again, Feminine Filmmaker. And today is going to be another brief tutorial, and it's simply about how you can be a good filmmaker with just your mobile phone. Yes, you heard me right. You can actually be a filmmaker with just your mobile phone, because in the world of digital filmmaking of today, technology has made things so easy. So let's dive into it. In one of the previous tutorials I went through on this channel, I was talking about videography, the basics of videography. So let me run through the basics of videography relating that to your phone. So in the basics of videography, the three things you need are your camera, your lights, and your sound. And your phone provides all of that. So let me run through that really quick. First, your camera on your phone. All mobile phones now have cameras, and some of them really have very good cameras. Take for example iPhones and Samsung phones, which are very powerful cameras with good pixel qualities. So that said, even some movies, some Nollywood or Hollywood movies, some world-class movies were shot on mobile phones. There's even a particular Nigerian movie that was shot on a mobile phone. It was a project done by Techno. It was shot on a mobile phone, a Techno mobile phone, a Nigerian movie as well, and it came out very well. So the advantages of mobile videography, let me run through it, or the basics. First, your camera. Your camera, you have a good camera, but if you want a better control on your camera, you can actually download some camera apps, which gives you a better control of your white balance, of your lighting sensitivity, of your ISO, basically. But if you now want to take it a notch further by controlling your aperture, because when you know what's the technicalities to control on your aperture on your camera is lens. So there are actually lenses now that they make for your mobile phone. You can actually connect a lens to your mobile phone now. There are lenses that they make like that. So basically, boom, that's sorted. Your phone provides your camera. Now your phone also provides your lights, because phones can shoot under low light. That is one big advantage this phone have. You know, you can bring a DSLR camera into this room now and you wouldn't see anything until you bump up the ISO and you can start getting grains. But on a phone, on a mobile phone, you can shoot under low lights, which makes phone very good for just light. And there's natural light everywhere. Trust me. If you go out there and you want to shoot something, just take your phone out there. And if the light is too harsh, or just diffuse it, you know, and you can still get a very good quality. That's it. Now let's go to the sound. For your sound, there are actually some phone apps that are very good for sound recording, like BandLab. That's just one of them, you know. And if there is noise in the place that you are, and you're like, okay, even if I've used BandLab or any of this, even your phone audio recorder sometimes is very good, but if there is no noise in the background. But if there is noise in the background, you can actually go for some mics, like cheap wireless mics or cheap wired mics. I have some of them, like I got this. I think it's under 10 bucks or thereabouts, and I got this. So this is wireless. I think it's about 20 bucks or 15 bucks. So yeah. So that said, with your phone, your mobile phone, you can get your light, you can get your camera, you can get your sound just using your phone. So what are you waiting for? You don't need all the big gadgets. You don't need all the complicated gadgets in the world to be a filmmaker. If you can afford a good phone, trust me, you can be a good filmmaker. And also, there are even editing softwares on your phone. CapCut, InShot, and the list goes on. You know, you can use all this. You can, after shooting with your phone, after getting the sound, getting the camera footages, getting the lights right, you can actually still edit everything right there on your phone with phone apps. So if you want to take it to the next level, you can take it to your Premiere Pro, which is what I'm going to do today. We are going to use Premiere Pro to edit phone footages. So another basic I'll tell you about is, maybe I will go deeper into the details in another tutorial. When using your phone, you have to be careful about something. You have to be careful. When you're using your phone camera, you have to be careful about these basics, because there is a difference between shooting with portrait and shooting with landscape, and it affects all your footages when you take it into your editing software, or even when you upload it on social media. So when you shoot with your phone like this, that is landscape, and when you shoot with your phone like this, that is portrait. So when you shoot your phone like this and take it into your editing software, it reads it, it encodes it as a portrait footage. So even if you upload it on your social media, you see the same thing. You understand? So that's why you see some videos on YouTube that has dark side on both sides, and the video is just in the middle. So if you want to use your phone camera professionally, you have to make sure you shoot like this on landscape, basically. So I'm going to show you that in Premiere Pro, how the differences between shooting on a portrait and shooting on a landscape. So without further ado, without taking much of your time, let's jump into Premiere Pro. Because if I can be a filmmaker, you can be a filmmaker. Okay, so here we are in Premiere Pro. Let's go to the editing interface. So let me bring in a footage that was shot on landscape with the phone, so I can show you the differences. This was shot with in the portrait format. So let's look for one that was shot in landscape format. Let me just use this footage to cite this example so that we'll be on a faster pace. So this video, I actually shot this with a phone actually. Yeah, remember I shot this with the phone. I was going to the island that day and I used my phone to take this footage. So this particular one, can you see? It was actually shot with the phone, but I made sure it was in landscape format. So let me draw that in to my timeline. So as you can see, it's on my timeline now. It's in full frame, just like a normal camera. Yes, now it's like in full frame, just like a normal camera. So now let me bring the footage that is shot with the phone in portrait format. This was shot with the phone in a portrait format. So let me bring this in. Can you see what I'm saying? So you see the difference. So when you go on YouTube, you see some videos that they have dark space on both sides, like this one. It's because the phone was used in a portrait format. So it gives you this. But when you shoot with a landscape format, it gives you this. And this is always better because the software reads it as a professional, like a camera footage, but hereby it reads it as a portrait. So I just want you to know these basics because it's very important. If you are shooting for reels, for social media reels, for shorts, for TikTok, you could use your portrait format. You can use your phone in a portrait format. But if you are shooting a professional, maybe interviews, music videos, some vlogs, I advise you to use your landscape format so that you can get all the details well. So you could be wondering that why can't we manipulate this? Yeah, we can actually manipulate this. We can manipulate it, and let's see what happens. Let me go to effects control and try and scale it. When I try to scale it, can you see what's happening? Most of the details have been lost. If I want to turn it to a full frame, most of the details will be lost. And apart from that, it will pixelate, it will drop quality. Unlike this, that the frame is full. So without further ado, without taking much of your time, I hope this lesson you learned today will put it into your creativity, your film production, and make you become a better filmmaker in this journey we are together. So please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Filmmaking Filmmaker, and don't forget to click the notification button for another beautiful tutorial like this. Because if I can be a filmmaker, you can be a filmmaker.